take a step forward. Oshad Brashio.
That is me.
My name is Orym. Of the Arashari. And Jarrett Howarth tells me you and I have faced a very similar enemy.
You are friends of Jarrett's then?
More of an associate for me, although I have met him. I for years served under the voice of the Tempest in Zephyra, and her dear friends in Whitestone have heard from Jarrett. What happened to you? I wanted to hear your story.
Of course. He smiles, the bright smile of well-kept teeth. Turns towards you. He gets extremely serious, his demeanor shifting to that of a soldier. There were 3 attackers, all dressed in black stained leather armor, wearing dark gray clothing, dark cloth masks over their heads showing no recognizable features. Similar in build, I could not tell the gender of the attackers, but they were all extremely skilled and incredibly fast. Their weapons were envenomed, and sadly my capabilities were overwhelmed before I could protect the twins. I myself nearly fell to the toxin, and I am mostly recovered, but I could not stop them before the twins fell to their blades. When I cut through their killer, their bodies I watched immediately melting before me, like I'd cut a net filled with fish. The armor and clothes emptied into a puddle of dark gray and black liquid, a sludge. I had never seen anything like it before.
We saw the same. I saw the same.
I told Jarrett this when he came to visit, hearing of my attack.
Was there anything? I mean, we found nothing. They murdered several of ours.
To be honest, I was taken here to recover and woke up in the graces of Ginang, but Stani might know more. They were not present during the attack, but they were responsible for the investigation that followed. Perhaps you could speak with them.
In the Heartmoor. And I'm sorry, I'm just getting to know the lay of the land here. And forgive me, I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am, and for yours. How far is the travel to the Heartmoor?
A few days. By foot, the better part of a week. But by horse, much quicker.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to find answers today, but things are rarely that simple.
Well, that's what you're looking for.
Answers. Justice.
Me too. And once I'm off of this cot, I'm going to look for them as well.
Just sort of looks at the group. Is there anything else I can do for you here?
Ella's ensuring that I have whatever I need. But
Did you see where they came from? They just materialized in the heart of our city.
I have had my share of experiences with would-be assassins, whether they be trained cutthroats or elite daggermen. There was something incredibly precise and intent. It went so quickly. These are skills I have not seen before.
I saw the best people I knew cut down in seconds.
I do not know who will be responsible or capable of training a host of killers able to work together in such unison. And the thought scares me and makes me angry.
Well, I appreciate what information you could share. If I learn anything, you'll be the first to hear.
As I will to you. If you get to Astani and ask before I can, just tell them I'm sorry. I couldn't be stronger. For them. For Belan and Zayar. They were good kids. They did not deserve this.
Clasp him by the hand. Forearm. Well, let's see if we can return the favor.
Yeah. As he kind of holds you and you feel the strength in that grip. It almost begins to hurt in how tight that rough grip begins to clasp on your forearm as you see in those eyes this gentle soul for a moment give you a glimpse as to why he has the nickname The Anger. We will.
Orym is a little out of body in this moment, so the pain of the grip grounds him. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
She nods.
Speaking of art, I see you got the moons on that sleeve. Some sweet ink, bro. Do you have any experience with our kind? I mean, I see the love
The love?
for the moon.
Oh, yeah.
What's that for?
The ink?
Well, the moon.
The moon.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh.
It's to help me remember my husband.
Oh. And is he not? Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Again, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, I like it.
Can I ask what his name was?
Yeah. Will. His name was Will. Still miss him. It's been 6 years. Still miss him.
6 years.
Yeah.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
Some days it feels like it was just like yesterday. Some days it feels further away.
Yeah. Time's weird like that.
Yeah. Soup.
Wow, I'm so sorry. You're so young.
So is he. Changed my life, though, for the better.
My goodness.
You know what, though? The time we had was real good. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, most nights miss him, but the time we had was real good.
That's great. Was this back with the air Ashari?
Yep. He died that day.
The attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, this is personal for you. This is all connected to that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fuck.
But it's also my duty. And it was his. All of ours. And, you know, we chose our life with eyes wide open.
You were both protecting the hand of the Tempest?
Voice. Yeah.
Voice.
Voice.
I mean, when we were with the big caterpillar butt, like, did you want to stay and drive home on what all that is?
No, that was a different thing.
Oh, okay.
I guess a little sort of the same, but very different.
I forget sometimes. I'm sorry. You're a good guy, Orym. I'm sure Will was very happy.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I do try to do right by him. And, by all the Ashari. Everyone.
You're a rare one, I gotta say. I actually believe you. Don't see that very often.
I'm not super good at lying.
No?
No. No, I don't have a very good poker face. I haven't talked about him in a long time. Not in months, anyway. She knows.
Who?
Fern.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Dorian? Got it.
Anyway, thanks for talking to me about it.
I want to hear more about the moon sometime and what it meant. I'm figuring out my relationship with it, so...
Well, that's not complicated. I don't mind sharing it. He was, half elven and, big moon, little moon.
Oh, God, I love it.
Oh, no.
That's great. You hear growls?
I did, like, 7 or 8 minutes ago, but I think it passed. Did it pass?
It's past now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's getting slightly lighter.
Oh, God, they're behind me.
Emotional damage.
I think the sun's coming out.
Yep.
Probably wake the others.
No, not yet. I gotta get some work in. Feel inspired.
Orym of the Air Ashari, why are you here? You sort of look forward and you're looking out across the clearing and you see at the far edge, the wind picks up bits of detritus, moss, and leaves and swirls it up, and it almost looks like a humanoid figure staring out across at you. And the voice is in your ear, yes, but your eye is drawn there, and the little beam of sunlight that illuminates it across the glade.
Few reasons.
You've traveled so far.
Maybe.
You've never looked back.
I haven't figured it out yet.
That's good. The world is big and wide and terrifying and bright. And you're never gonna figure it all out. All you can do is take one foot, put it in front of the other, and keep going. Orym, I have so much I would have you see. Will you keep going?
For him, I will. For them, I will.
The leaves overhead begin to fall, and they gather on the hilt of your sword and just sort of settle there. They don't fall away, and you feel something warm there. What do you do?
I think he's just overcome by the beauty of it.
A breeze, light and pleasant, sort of swirls around you, carrying that weird Fruit Loop smell. I don't know, I put that in the world. And it just sort of holds you there in this moment. Keep going, Orym.
Okay.
And some amount of time later, after you've gotten your full long rest, you wake up for your shift, taking watch too. And I won't have you roll for it, but you look out and see a city almost lit up like daytime, full of patrols of guards trying to keep the streets safe from whatever incursion attacked you earlier. And you see groups of like construction workers like supporting and bolstering the building that you fought in front of, because those were load-bearing doggos just trying to support. Like, this is a city that is alive and has no sense of what is appropriate at day or night. What needs to be done gets done. And there's a little bit of peace in that. You go and relieve Orym from his shift and take watch. Orym, what have you been up to tonight?
Pretty good night of sleep. I'd be the last, yeah?
I'm doing this out of order because I do what I want. You said you watched second, so I'm going by that.
Okay.
Time means nothing.
Well, I would probably keep an eye on the group, but also find a vantage point where I could look at the city as well.
Yeah.
And appreciate it for its beauty and its differences from anything I've seen before now. And probably spend a good bit of time thinking of the summit peaks, the familiar places there, and its very different outlines and topography than where we are now. And not for the first time, and not for the last. Kind of question why I'm here. And wonder again if it would have been better if I'd stayed. Wonder what it is I'm waiting for exactly. Or if I'd even know it when I saw it.
Orym, you get up to the top of the building you're all staying in, a place known as Teak Hall. Sort of a library and civic center where the tetrarchs seem to like meet and walk around, and you're back up on the roof. You've been there before already. The red lamps are gone, but the sky is full of stars, and the streets below are full of light. And you are in this interesting liminal space of darkness between the two, above and below. And you see to the south, past the like very regular canopy of the jungle, to just the very edge of a mountain range, Bainesfall Plateau. A new quest, potentially. Another place to go, something else to do. I'm not going to tell you how you feel about that in this moment, but you are here at this height, sort of being buffeted by the warm, humid breeze of the jungle, being blown in another direction. And then you feel a rustle of wind kind of circle around your pocket. And you remember the heaviness there, the strange gift out of nowhere, a seed for you specifically. What are you thinking about in this moment?
I feel like I have to protect these people I came here with. I'm just one halfling, but if there's anything that I still have held on to, it's wanting to keep friends safe. And I a little bit don't feel like enough.
Under the vastness of the sky, it's hard. I can't imagine anyone could feel anything other than small. But there's a time to be blown by the wind and let fate move you. And there's a time to plant seeds and put down roots. But there's no one above or below that can tell you where you're supposed to be, Orym. And I know you know that in your heart. So you protect, you look out, you see the regular movement of soldiers and guards and people just trying to live their lives, and you are both removed from it and a part of it. It's just about deciding.
Well, it's not time to stop yet. I look towards the south.
It feels heavy and dark. But you're strong. And your watch goes very quickly, actually, and you are soon relieved by Fern. You can go prepare however you think best, meditate. You know that the next day, the dawn will bring a new wind and a new direction.
I actually go down to the group and still feel a little bit anxious, and I just will myself to lay down and just breathe for 5, 10, 15 minutes till I'm calm again. Be ready for tomorrow. Orym also pulls out the sending stone and just quietly on his own says, "Hey friend, missing you here. Could really use your special brand of creative optimism right now. Don't know where you are. Hope you're happy. Bye now."
Response comes pretty quick afterward. Hey, floating bar got a little weird. Took a while to land it. This side of the fam's keeping me busy. Missing you all too. Don't die.
Orym just kind of laughs and tosses the sending stone and catches it.
Okay, so you turn around and kind of begin to turn past that space, and right as you turn the corner back into the main thoroughfare, there's a shape waiting for you, right at where that opens up. You see a figure's cloak whipping, and right as you come tearing in, and the lights of the sand begin to kind of apparate, you see the familiar gray hair and red cloak of Otohan Thule just standing there right in your way. As you begin to try and slow it down, she darts forward and just blades out, starts striking up against the crawler's side. So as Otohan carves through the blades like a spinning whirlwind in the air, and then landing behind, the skirmisher kind of wheel up. The wheel splits apart and then digs right into the dirt ground. The back of the legs kind of fling forward as all of you kind of get pulled forward as it just kind of grinds into the dirt, throwing all of you from the back of the vehicle. As the vehicle, the skirmisher, just detonates upon the impact. The flames kind of swirl around you and you all end up tumbling in the dirt, spinning over and over before coming to rest. While the rest of you who weren't on it now kind of went to kind of chase and follow suit, and you see this fiery explosion, and it just eats shit and get destroyed. Your friend's thrown from it, and they're standing in the ground. You see Otohan stand up, the two blades at the side, the cloak just flapping in the breeze. At which point she kind of looks back at both sides, kind of has blades out to both, and goes, "Let's have a conversation, shall we?" And you watch as there's this weird this flicker in the back underneath where the cloak is. And these dark shapes appear. 3 dark, shadowy versions of her appear in the space around where she is. All wearing the same dark gray armor, but somehow darker. Dark grays and blacks.
You want a conversation? You better start talking before that jaw's removed from your skull.
You impress me with your brazen infiltration. Brash can have its merits. Over well plotted. We who think too far ahead, it seems, can miss what stands right before us, yes? Who sent you? Who is your employer? She takes a few more steps in your direction.
I step in front of Imogen.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold my hand out.
The kind of shadowed versions, which now you can see are versions of her. They're like dark, shadowed versions of her body, bereft of a lot of color, just kind of in grays and blacks. There's like faint flickering to it a little bit.
Do they move as she moves, or do they move independently?
They move independently, though the movement is similar.
I step by Imogen as well.
Orym. You've seen these assassins before.
Oh, shit! It just got interesting.
Underneath
Before it was not
Otohan,
But now it is.
the ground is gonna sort of rip open, and red light's gonna pour out, and just a sphere of storm is gonna erupt around her. And I'm casting Hungry Torrent.
With this, she's going to go ahead and already is next to you. She's going to go ahead and run a couple strikes. Going to do 3 attacks against you, Orym. 10 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
It's going to go ahead and Sonic Strike for an additional 14 points of psychic.
Oh my.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, Perry.
Fail.
Fail, you are knocked prone.
Fuck.
Water weight. I hate all of it.
Sweeping it out from under you. Is going to go ahead and strike you again. Your prone advantage on the strike.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are prone, the blade sinks deeper into you on the ground. It almost seems to like seek to pin you to the floor. You take an additional 8 points of
Force damage. Third strike against you. 12 points of slashing damage.
Out, and as he's going out, he's looking at the sky past her shoulder and thinking of his husband and his father.
Oh, no! Not like this.
He's going to go ahead and take the rest of the movement over here. Kind of moving away from the now unconscious Orym, pulling the blade forth, walks over past Ashton, just looking up in the direction of where Imogen vanished.
I am going to do Cure Wounds on Orym through Mister.
She's not even looking a little rough, is she?
She's looking a little haggard. She's taking some hits.
So I will do that.
You guys spent a lot of this running away, so. I mean, in a rough opening round for you.
8 points of healing. All right.
Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah, went from like 89%.
We're 3/4 back up.
Fast.
I know.
Orym's back
good.
up.
Yes.
Back up.
Brings us to Otohan's turn. Come back. Otohan here, like thrashing, stops for a second, looks at Imogen, and like the rest. Your friends are extremely obnoxiously resilient.
Yeah.
Perhaps I've been going about this the wrong way. I should be more complete with my job. You know what?
You know what?
These are
Anytime
gonna
you say,
move.
You know what?
Over to here. That one's gone. She's gonna go ahead and offhand to Echo Swap, and
Yep.
What?
all of a sudden she teleports separately from the Echo. They both and swap places.
Yep.
Is that like a feature bonus action?
Whoa.
And is going to go ahead and action surge.
Oh my
Yep.
Otohan.
You are prone, so that's advantage. That's going to be 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Does Mister get a reaction from the shadow moving?
It doesn't really move, it's a teleport.
And that doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
No, that's 9 points of slashing damage.
Down.
Okay.
And as it stabs, you see Orym's hand, which was reaching into his belt, and the blue sending stone goes boom, boom.
Oh,
Dude.
Yes, so fucking awful.
Second strike.
Shit.
Auto crit. 2 death saves.
good night.
Third strike. Auto crit. Orym, please describe to me in your final moment as Orym looks up, barely holding his vision forward, and Otohan pulls the blade up and is about to press it down into his sternum.
There's a really heavy sense of failure. But at the same time, I know I'm gonna see Will and Derek again.
She stops for a second. We've met before.
Yeah.
She turns back up and looks at Imogen. Orym. The tension has passed, and a calm peace comes over you. There's this shadow, this looming darkness of regret and anxiety gives way to the sounds of the soft breeze of Zephyr through the trees. And you feel the presence you've missed for a bit as you turn from the shadow amongst the various cherry blossom branches and the wind that blows and this kind of soft dreamscape before you. You see Will. Just looking back. And you want nothing more than to stay here. And in that moment of relinquishing to whatever the next life may be, you hear Fern's words
echo out from above.
Hi. Hi, friend. Can you please come back? Because I'm getting a little scared. We need your help. Because we can't do this just by ourselves, okay?
The soft dream begins to fade a moment, and you glance up into a shaft of light. And her words call out to you. And you're torn. You look back down to Will, who looks back at you. And as his voice echoes, "You're not done."
I really wish I could stay.
I'll still be here.
Oh, I miss you so bad.
There will be a time. I look forward to it.
Say hi to Derek for me. Say hi to Dad.
I will. And he reaches out and embraces you. Like a hot spring that just envelops you. You feel the warmth and light of a connection you've missed for so long. How? Go. And he throws you up towards the shaft of light. And as you drift upward, you watch the tree begin to fade. You see his face begin to fade. And you feel the sting of dust and sand against your cheek. You blink and squint and come to focus. And as you look right up into the face of Fern, upside down above you, tears streaming down her face.
Hi.
Hey, Ernie.
Hey, best friend. We were in a bit of a pickle, and I'm glad that you're here.
Where's everybody?
Well, everyone's here, but Laudna is not.
What do we do? Letters. Letters. We've done everything we can so far.
No! What are you doing?
What do we do though? But what do we do? Because we always do something. Fern, can you can heal people? Can you heal her?
I can't because we picked you and we didn't. We flipped a coin, which feels super careless now that I'm going back on it. Imogen?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You'll just
We're
keep
gonna
hearing
figure
in
it
our
out.
heads over and over again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Orym's gonna stumble off in that direction and just start yelling, "Help!" No, don't.
As you start shouting help and FCG tries to stop you, the storm itself subsiding, you can hear the tense shouts and rallying conversation of the Paragon's call beyond the partially crumbled wall that currently surrounds, or mostly surrounds, the seat of disdain. Which direction?
Where's the yelling?
This is the seat, so...
Away, toward
Fucking away,
Joe's. We're heading
full
toward
goddamn
Joe's.
speed.
Okay. Charging and running further into the streets of Bassaris, running from the sound of a rallying Paragon's call, angered at the recent assault upon their homestead. The storm itself subsiding, the people of the city beginning to slowly peek around the edges and try and grasp what sort of maelstrom just burst through the center of their city. You go rushing to find shadow or solace, a place to reconvene and gather your thoughts, whatever the next step may be. You will be watching until the end of the afternoon into the early evening, since you definitely set up here a little earlier in the day comparatively. Even with the short rest entirely, but no major event. You can hear now work going on upstairs in Maharajo's shop. A couple of shouts here and there, some conversation. Sounds like a music box is put on for a bit to kind of just keep the work atmosphere going, and it looks, or sounds, I would say, like they're getting to work on your box. But you finish your watch, no major issue.
I would say that the whole time I also couldn't stop thinking about Thule and thinking how seeing Imogen reminded me of my own day 6 years ago and how much there's to do. I'll tell you what I know. I don't have a lot of answers, but this Thule woman is playing a long game, and whatever she's interested in with you, she's not going to stop. These are the people who attacked my home and took my family from me. And that was 6 years ago. And they seem a lot further into whatever plans they have. So if she's willing to play whatever game they're playing for years, then she's not done with you.
I know.
So there's no point sitting around wondering. We need to get help for Laud and I hope. And then we gotta find this woman and stop her.